During the peak of the pandemic waves, the medical oxygen supply chain was under tremendous stress in many regions. What, in your mind, should the industry focus on to be better prepared in terms of medical gases next time around?
Well, there's, I think in most cases it was not a matter of there was not enough oxygen supply available. It was more a matter of logistics and prioritization. So part of it is, certainly part of it's making sure that that there is capacity in every local geography that is going, to be aware that this is probably, unfortunately, not the last viral, lung affecting disease that we're gonna have to live through. So to make sure that there is oxygen capacity regionally, and to bring in the ability to put in temporary oxygen or on-site generator units. There's a lot of that work going on in certain geographies that we're aware of, where it's very expensive to build a whole separate air separation unit just on the chance that 5 years from now you might need more oxygen and for a few months. So working through, well, what are the strategies to supplement oxygen supply? And I think that most efficiently probably comes down to more of a generator sort of approach. But then on top of that, I would assume that regional governments, at least in certain instances, are going to have to help the industry with emergency plans, prioritization plans. I mean, I did make a comment earlier about what's essential, what's not essential, and how do you make that determination? Well, if you're choosing between these people need oxygen or they're going to die today, or and that guy, he's got a factory to run, I think it's pretty clear what's essential. So you have to, I think there's some element of government and business cooperation, at least in certain instances, to make sure that we have robust reaction plans about how do we quickly determine where is this oxygen going if it is indeed in short supply.
Yeah, and sure, and we definitely need to be monitoring better, don't we, with the kind of technologies that yourself and Anova can provide.
Right.
And we thank you for your insights as always. I know you've previously discussed this on medical gases webinars with us. Come to you for a moment, Art. Would you add anything to that?
I mean, I think the only thing I would add, I think that ties into the whole comment I mentioned early on around resilience and the, companies, we do a decent job regarding resilience, right? Regarding planning and business continuity planning, et cetera. Governments, to some degree, learned a lot during this pandemic, and I think to Kevin's point now, now they have an understanding about, hey, when we have a pandemic, these are some of the things we need to kind of think about in advance, right? So now they have a bit of a blueprint to kind of prepare the next time something like this happens.